slippers of Guru Maharaj. Through total surrender to Guru, he had gone almost to the goal. And that was, I think we all know that he realized God, but out of humility he will not say that. But he was trying to teach us the value of Guru's padukas, of obedience, surrender to Guru. I read in the same Kandari, not in the Kandari, but in Sangha Gita at the back, that Swami Swiveswaranandaji produced when I was reading the lives of the disciples of Guru Maharaj. That Swami Swiveswaranandaji would tell, he told another monk disciple, that whenever he would do arti or puja to Guru Maharaj, he would feel Guru Maharaj within him, moving within him. Imagine his feet at one with Guru. So, we have to surrender to God and Guru, or else our lives become useless. And this next job by Tulsidas writes, Jai Ram Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, those whose hearts are bereft of devotion to God are as good as dead, though yet alive. A person without devotion to God is like a living dead. Lord Shiva says, and we can take the example of that gunman in Colorado that for weeks and months he prepared for that shooting. And even as he was shooting people, there was no emotion in his eyes, he was just gunning them down. As if he was a robot, no emotion. People like those, they have no God in their lives. They don't feel for others, they don't care about others. All they think about themselves and their bitterness and their hatred and how to harm others. So the scriptures tell us those whose hearts are bereft of devotion to God are as good as dead, though yet alive. The tongue that does not sing the praises of God is just like the tongue of a croaking frog. The tongue, no matter how beautiful it can sing, if it doesn't sing the praise of God, that tongue is no better than the tongue of a croaking frog. I remember this context many years ago at the ashram. Swami Swiveswaranandaji, Guruji was in the ashram. And one Sunday after satsang, one noted music teacher was coming to the ashram. Guruji did not know him. So I was pointing out from a distance as the band was coming that Guruji, this is a noted music teacher. You know what he said to me? He said, I'm not interested in those who sing professionally and those who sing for the entertainment of others. I'm more interested in those who sing for the glory of God. He should have respected that man, but he was trying to teach me what Lord Shiva is saying here. That the tongue that does not sing the praises of Ram, the praises of God, is just like the tongue of a croaking frog. In this next chapter, Tulsidas writes, Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Hard and feeling as a thunderbolt is that heart that hears, hurries, deeds, and takes no delight in them. Those who hear the katha of God, the stories of the Lord, whatever form we believe in Him, as Shiva, as Krishna, as Ram, as Ganesh, as Mother Durga. If we hear the katha of the Lord or the divine prophet, we take no delight in that. Then Lord Shiva is saying, hard and feeling as a thunderbolt is that heart. I mentioned last week Tarakashur. His wife was a very pious woman. She was Tara. She worshipped God, and she tried time and time again to tell him about the greatness of God. She would appeal to her husband, but Tarakashur seek refuge at the Lord's feet. But every time she mentioned the Lord, he would fill his heart with anger and shout at her. He didn't want to hear anything. Hard and feeling as a thunderbolt is that heart that hears the glories of the Lord, and yet take no delight in them. And this concluding dua, Tulsidas writes, Rama Katha Surade Whatever he asked her to produce magically, So Lord Shiva is saying, like the heavenly cow, the story of Ram, the story of God, the story of Krishna, whatever form of God we worship, the story, the Katha of the Lord bestows all blessings on those who devote themselves to it. And the assembly of saints is as the abode of all the gods. To be in the company of saints is like being in heaven, Lord Shiva is saying. My friends, it may not be physically possible to be in the company of saints, but wherever we are, we can still mentally have the company of saints by thinking godly thoughts, by thinking of God, by thinking of Guru Maharaj, by thinking of the saints whose lives we read about, the great masters, then we'll have the same blessing. We'll have the same blessing like having possession of Kamdevu, the heavenly cow. Dear friends, Kalbushundi, he heard the Katha of Sri Ram and he was transformed from an unbeliever, from a fault finder, to the great saint Kalbushundi. Even though he wore the form of a crow, yet thousands and thousands would go to listen to him as he chanted non-stop the glories of the Lord. Garuda, when he had doubt in his mind, he was sent by Lord Shiva to Bushundi to listen to God's Katha. As a result of that, after asking Bushundi many questions and being in the presence of the great saint, all his doubts were removed. I pray that by the grace of God and Guru, we too will be able to open the final door which will lead us to God realization. Om Shanti.